deals at wildrivers.com. Then splash into the wet and wild fun of Castaway River, Shaka Bay Wave Pool, and over 30 rides and attractions for everyone in the family. Plus, enjoy amazing food and island treats. You won't believe how much there is to do. So dive in and have a day to remember at Wild Rivers Water Park. Get tickets online today.
At Wild Rivers. At Wild Rivers, yeah.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Without my good feet, I would not be able to do this. And remember, I'm in my 60s. Hey!
Good morning, I'm Lena Bourbon reporting live here in East Hollywood, where 6 people were tied up and robbed inside of a house here. Coming up, we'll hear from the victim and her terrifying ordeal.
Good morning, I'm Frank Buckley. An Uber driver's shift takes a turn when he comes across a naked man allegedly assaulting a woman. This morning, we're hearing about how he stepped in to stop that suspect.
And I'm Annie Rose Ramos in Santa Ana, where Shohei Ohtani's former interpreter just pled guilty moments ago in a sports betting case where he admitted to stealing nearly $17 million from the Japanese baseball player. Those details coming up.
And good morning, I'm Lauren Lister in for Jessica Holmes. President Biden plans to sign an executive order today to temporarily seal the U.S.-Mexico border to asylum seekers. We'll have the details on that.
Hey, good morning. I'm Jeremy Parsons. Guys, sometimes we just need a really good cry. We have the host of a podcast with that exact title helping us work through all the stuff that's coming up live. Plus, Alec Baldwin and his family headed to reality TV. We have all the details. Stick around.
I can hear you, but I can't hear you on TV.
No, you can't hear me?
No,
there we go. Oh, all right. Well, you know, the forecast is going to be pretty boring today, so we don't need to hear me anyway. All right, what are we expecting for today? Warmer weather. We're all going to notice these temperatures warming up. 71 at the coast, mid-70s downtown, 89 in the San Fernando Valley today, upper 70s for Orange County, 91 for the Inland Empire, and the triple digits are here for the high desert. We'll talk about how long that will last coming up. Frank?
Some breaking news here. The former interpreter for Dodgers pitcher Shohei Ohtani has officially entered a plea of guilty to stealing millions of dollars from Dodgers pitcher Shohei Ohtani. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos live at the federal courthouse in Santa Ana with the latest. Annie Rose, good morning.
Hey, Frank, good morning to you. We just walked out of the courthouse where Mizuhara pled guilty to all of those charges. Guilty to the tax fraud charges, guilty to those sports betting bank fraud charges as well. Now, the judge asking Mizuhara to explain exactly why he committed the crimes that he did before allowing him to issue that guilty plea. Mizuhara going on to explain why and how he stole nearly $17 million from the Japanese baseball player Ohtani. These are images of Mizuhara arriving at the courthouse today. Dozens of media running to meet him and his attorney as they walk from the car to the courthouse entrance. Reporters from America and also Japan. This gambling scandal has shocked baseball fans around the world and ratcheted up a media frenzy that is ever present around Ohtani. It occurs as the Dodgers begin a 3-game series in Pittsburgh. Now, the personal and professional relationship between Ohtani and his former interpreter allowed Mizuhara to exploit his access to the two-way player. Prosecutors say he plundered millions from Ohtani's account for years, at times impersonating him to bankers to pay off sports gambling debts. Authorities say there was no evidence Ohtani was involved in or aware of Mizuhara's gambling, and the player cooperated with investigators.
For instance, we've obtained recordings of telephone calls in which Mizuhara spoke with bank employees, lied to them about being Mr. Ohtani, gave personal biographical information for Mr. Ohtani in order to impersonate him, and thereby convinced the bank to approve large wire transfers of large amounts of money to the bookmakers.
All right, while sentencing did not happen today, the judge did discuss it with Mizuhara, telling him he faces a maximum of 33 years behind bars and a fine of as much as $1.5 million. That sentencing hearing set for October 25th. Reporting live, I'll send it back to you both in the studio.
Big developments there. Annie Rose, thank you. Temecula voters will be deciding today whether to recall the controversial president of the Temecula Valley School Board. Joseph Komrosky was behind several conservative decisions since becoming board president in late 2022. Among them, banning critical race theory and informing parents if their children identify as transgender. Supporters of the recall say schools have to move in a positive direction. Opponents say sexual orientation and LGBTQ issues don't need to be taught at an elementary school level.
Some breaking news here. Police are looking for a group of robbery suspects who invaded an East Hollywood home and tied up 6 people at an Airbnb. KTLA's Alina Bovian live at the scene with the latest on the investigation. Alina, good morning.
Frank, good morning. Well, this was a very terrifying situation for the victims. We're talking about 5 men, all of them in dark-colored clothing with ski masks on, holding rifles and handguns, and they broke into the first-floor unit of this building here. It is an Airbnb and mostly empty. Earlier this morning, LAPD detectives, they were here. They went door to door. Unfortunately, not a lot of other witnesses to speak to because, again, this Airbnb mostly empty. Now, the woman who spoke to our cameraman early this morning, she recalls waking up to her friend screaming, and then she saw the 5 men standing by the doorway. She says they tied her friends up, all 6 of them, in zip ties, and at some point, thankfully, they were able to loosen the zip ties and escape, and they ran out one of the back door windows. They called 911. This was around 4:30 this morning. LAPD units arrived, but by then, the men had left, and according to the witness, she says they robbed them of everything. These people were visiting from Minnesota, and the men here, they took their cell phones, their purses, and their bags.
We just heard some really loud footsteps upstairs, and then I heard one of my friends scream. My husband opened the door and we checked at my door. There was someone standing there. So we realized that it was not one of us. We were being robbed. And we closed the bedroom door and we just escaped through the window.
Now, the people who were staying here, they left earlier this morning. Thankfully, no one was injured. And as far as the suspects go, LAPD is investigating, but so far they've released no information regarding the suspects. I'm Lena Bowman reporting live in East Hollywood, KTLA 5 News.
Alina, thank you. This morning, we're hearing from an Uber driver who stopped an assault by shooting a naked man. Taran Sanders tells KTLA the shooting happened Sunday night in Stanton on Custer Way after he pulled up to drop off a passenger. That's when he saw a naked man violently attacking a woman near a dumpster. Sanders says he fired 2 shots from his car in self-defense to protect himself and a passenger in the back seat.
I did feel, like my life was in danger. And as soon as we pulled up, we saw a guy stripping, like butt naked. So I kind of backed the car up, like, hold up, what's going on here? When he started charging at the woman, he started violently, hitting her. Haymakers, knees to her head. He was slamming her head on the ground.
Sanders has been cooperative with investigators. The female victim was treated at the scene for her injuries. Her alleged attacker was taken to a local hospital in critical but stable condition. The 20-year-old man may face charges when he's eventually released.
Beaches in Del Mar have reopened 2 days after a 46-year-old man was bitten by a shark.
Yeah, that victim, only identified as Caleb, was attacked about 100 yards off the shore of the 17th Street Beach Safety Center in Del Mar. He fought back, punching the shark to let him go. Caleb did sustain serious but non-life-threatening injuries to his chest, arms, and hands. We spoke with the 3 swimmers who managed to get Caleb onto a surfboard and paddle him to shore.
The fear was kind of twofold. One, it's, you're swimming into where there was just a shark attack. But probably more scary than that was not knowing what you were going to encounter when you got there. We didn't know what the condition that he was going to be in when we got to him.
Caleb remains hospitalized this morning. It's still unclear what type of shark was involved in the attack.
This is a police body cam video showing officers attempting to give a dog water after it was left inside a hot U-Haul truck. This happened on Sunday at the New Smyrna Beach. Officers say temperatures